everyone, my name is Donna Eves. I'm doing my presentation on Blade Runner and on Aliens. I chose these two films because Blade Runner was a very interesting film and I know Ridley Scott has a pretty good reputation as a director, so I decided to do Aliens and see what more he has to offer. I'm going to start with explaining Blade Runner because helps, even though we've seen the film, kind of refresh our memory, seeing as we're all doing presentations and focused on the film that we were doing. So Blade Runner is about this retired police officer, Blade Runner, who has gotten thrown back into the force because he was well known, he was good at what he did, and his boss said so. So he has to retire 3 replicants, and because, well, they kind of came back when they shouldn't have been. And he gets thrown for a loop when there's a 4th one that's added to the list, which ends up being the damsel in distress that he kind of develops feelings for. Now, with this film, his morality is kind of tested, and he has to determine, is it worth it retiring her too, or should I just kind of do my own thing and be done with it? With Alien, it's about this 3rd officer whose authority ends up being overridden, and she ends up being questioned, and she does not appreciate that. And honestly, if they listened to her, there would be no film and they would all be okay. However, they end up not listening to her and they kind of get overtaken by this alien who ends up pretty much killing everyone but her, which kind of sucks, but should have listened to her in the first place. And with this one, morality is kind of slightly more of a theme as well, because it's who is kind of worth more. This guy who ends up becoming this host of the alien, or everyone else. And they decided to go with him, I guess, which, I don't know, I wouldn't have agreed with that. However, they're both really good films, and Ridley Scott kind of has this signature of having a slow beginning. So at first, they were both really hard to follow just because it was very slow in the beginning, but towards the end it's pretty much worth it because they were both really good films. I can see why they both have left a mark in cinema history. He does a really good job at creating these landscapes and the backgrounds, and you can really see the world that they live in. With Blade Runner, he did a great job at creating this dystopian, noir-esque, like New York City is kind of what I got out of it, with the tall buildings and the bright lights, even though it's still dark and rainy outside. While with Alien, he does a really good job at creating this ship and making sure it looks real, that you can really feel how it is in there. You kind of can see the layout of the ship in a way, and creating where the alien comes from, its world, its land, its earth, kind of like that. And I really, really enjoyed it. I love background scenery. I love when people can really just put it all together. He also kind of has this reputation of having a theme genre. He's really good at the sci-fi world. He's really good at creating all of this, and it's pretty cool. With these 2 films, he did a great job at kind of giving us a little bit of background without really telling us too much. He doesn't really do the character voiceover with them. He gives us a little bit of a snippet. It's basically, okay, Blade Runners came about because replicants were needing to be retired. They don't want them anymore, that's why they can't be here anymore. With Alien, it's alright, they went out, they got what they needed, and now they're coming back from their mission and going home to Earth. And then here's the movie starts, and here's what happens on their way back. And it's pretty cool. I think he did a great job with both of them. The beginnings aren't quite my favorite. He does take a little bit too long in my opinion, but I really enjoyed it. The endings kind of leave you guessing because Blade Runner is Deckard a replicant? Maybe, maybe not. With Ripley, oh, is she really safe from that alien that's so hard to kill, or is she really in danger because, hey, maybe the cat's a host now too, we don't know. You're gonna have to find out in the next film kind of thing. So I can see why they all have sequels and series or whatever you want to call them. That's my presentation. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you.